Hey, what's going on, guys and gals? Hey, we're going to talk about gain staging, okay? Input gain. This is absolutely one of the most critical steps you're going to take when you deal with audio coming into digital mixers. What we're going to do, I've got three inputs here. I've got my Shure SM58. I've got an AKG P120, which is a condenser mic. And then I've got my CD player coming in. So if I highlight this channel and I come up to either channel or config, you're going to see right here's the gain adjustment. So if I'm using this for speech, as you can see, I've got it maxed all the way out. If I was singing, then I would set this down much lower. And I'm not a very good singer. I'm going to try and do this without busting out the video volume as well. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, a crying all the time. Okay, guys, so don't get on with her about my singing. But as you can see now, I was able to reduce this by almost 20 dBs. The lower the gain input to achieve the desired result, which is right now is at negative 18, then the better off your signal's going to be for both recording as well as live performance. Now, if I come up here the same way, if I raise it all the way back up again for speaking into it, now we're going to talk about mic placement. So if I put this in here, this dynamic microphone, and I've got it about 3/4 of an inch away from my mouth as I set my gain input, watch what happens to it when I move about 6 inches away. Now, look how much that gain input has dropped now. That is now improperly set. That is not what we want. We always want these inputs to be around that negative 18, unless it's percussions. And with percussions, we can sit there and bring those inputs into around a negative 12. And the reason being, guys, I don't want to get too technical. These input meters right here are peak meters. If you come over to the compressor and you look, you can see where you have this RMS. That is a meter. That's what we really would like to have. That stands for root mean squared. So coming back to this now, let's go over to channel 32. And that is my condenser microphone. And they're very, very sensitive. And a lot of people will use these for house mics and they'll jack them all the way up. Well, look at when I stop speaking, look at all that noise right there. That's almost 20 dBs of just pure noise that's being introduced into that signal. So I'm going to grab this microphone now and I'm going to bring it over to me, kind of where it should be. And as you can see, it's just automatically clipping. So I can bring this down quite a bit. If you're going to use the house mics, set them up, point them back towards the audience, but just adjust the gain to where it does exactly what it just did right there. It's going to pick up the faint things in the background, but that's what you want. So from there, we're going to go over to our CD player. It does not have an output adjustment. And if you notice now that we're on the CD player, which is from our auxiliary inputs, we have trim. We don't have gain. See right here, it says trim. I need to trim this down to that negative 18. See right up here? We don't care about the output meters yet. That negative 18 right there, I have now just set this to where I can now work with this signal. So now I can bring this up to unity. Now it's coming out of the mains over here. Now I can go and adjust my level of my speakers and everything is wonderful. Guys, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what your input is. You want that input gain at that negative 18 unless it's a percussion. If you can't get it there, you're using the wrong mic or it's in the wrong place. Or it's outside of the scope of what you're trying to do. There's no reason that every single input that comes into this board cannot be set to that -18. And that's it. That's all there is about adjusting the gain for your microphones and your inputs. Take care, God bless, and we are out of here.